Oh, but oh yeah, so that's what you were saying earlier. Isaiah Rashad's album's dropping 7:30.
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't see?
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, okay.
Cover art looks pretty dope.
Yeah, no, it does. But also the Halsey album cover.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to get Twitch banned, so we're
no, yeah, can't throw that one up there.
No wonder why those kept going on sale, huh?
Oh yeah, and they thought the Lord cover was gonna be hard to put out in public, but that one's definitely gonna be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with it.
I mean, they'll probably just have to censor kind of like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy sort of, or that, and like that Death Grips album.
Oh yeah, I guess they did censor that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they had much of a choice.
I mean, for the children, man, gotta protect the children.
That's true. Honestly, you would think, like, I don't know, if you're gonna go listen to an album, like, you should just be able to, I don't know, it's just Spotify. Just throw it on there. I mean, the Death Grips one is extremely graphic, but
is it really though?
It's a dick.
It's a drawing though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No.
It can be considered art since it's a drawing.
But I think it's still too provocative. Is this a drawing? Are you sure this is a drawing?
Oh shit.
Dude?
Oh, you're talking about No Love Deep Web.
Yeah.
Oh, haha.
That's why I was like,
never mind.
That's a drawing? Because that is
Money Store.
Very real. They did a great job.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a much different.
No, yeah, that's
a much different story. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one that we're talking about then. Whoopsie. Yep. Yeah.
Nope. Can't do that.
Can't do that one. Definitely not. But hey, fuck it.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Neil and the Lens podcast. It is episode 20, and I'm here as always with my co-host
Kevin. What's up, everyone? How are we doing? Welcome back. Saying things twice is twice as nice. All right, call me Dr. Seuss. Getting canceled. Boom. Bars.
Anyway,
came out with the Tom
right
McDonald
along.
Bars over here.
You definitely came with something.
Hey man, don't hate, don't judge. All right, that's not what we're gonna do over here. All right.
All right.
We're gonna be nice and inclusive.
I'll try to be nice
and kind-hearted souls. Welcome back to the Neil and Lens podcast, everyone.
How are you doing today?
I am
you clearly
doing.
You seem to have quite a lot going on in your head right now.
Look, man, we've been having a day. All right, couple technical difficulties trying to get this episode started for you folks, but hey, we're here now. We got it happening.
Precisely
that part. Yeah.
Well, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
We're here as always every evening, Wednesday on Twitch, Friday on everywhere else. We're back. Good. Yeah.
Thanks for letting the people know.
Yeah, you guys know.
Anything interesting going on in your life? Anything you want people know about?
My setup doesn't look like shit now, aside from all the
nice.
cat stuff on the ground because she decides that she likes to leave everything everywhere.
I mean, it happens,
Yeah. But anything new going on in your life there, friendo?
Not particularly. I mean, my setup is now probably going to be, I feel like every week now till like, I move out of my apartment, it's probably just going to this background is just going to start getting, more and more plain as I start like taking stuff down. Like I already my TV is like gone. It used to be over there. I took that back.
Oh yeah. No, that's smart.
So yeah, we're just gonna be breaking down a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta take the non-essential stuff out, so that way you can get your ass out of there, man.
Exactly. Vinyl wall is down.
Oh no!
Yeah, I just went ahead and took back my record player and my records.
Oh, hey,
I was just like, it's gonna be hard moving them anyway, so I'd rather just get that out of the way now.
No, it's definitely for the best that you just did that.
Yeah. So
I know it hurts. I know it hurts, friend, but it's okay.
Yes, it was sad to depart with them, but I don't really think I have any. I'm not expecting any albums to come, at least not in the near future. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, you only got a couple weeks before you move out, so hey.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I can live without it for the next 2 weeks or however long.
You're a man of strong will there.
I am. I definitely am. But yeah, that's pretty much everything going on over here. I went to New Orleans this weekend. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you had a good time in New Orleans.
Did have a good time in New Orleans. It was hot as fuck.
Oh, yeah. No,
so
I bet.
hot.
It's been fucking terrible here. Can we, let's stop the whole global warming thing, why don't we, huh?
Yeah, man. It is bad. Like, I don't know what is going on. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've already told you how, like, my room is, for some reason, just, like, way hotter than the rest of my apartment, so I had to turn my fan up on high. I literally had to turn the AC down to damn near. I was trying to push it down to 69. If I gotta pay for that shit, like,
hey man,
fine.
I don't blame you.
So
that
be
shit,
it.
That shit is intolerable.
It's too fucking hot. Yeah, it's just too fucking hot out here.
Oh yeah, no.
So
hey, Texas, man, it's been rough with this, and especially like rough. Down here, we're getting a lot of rain lately, so the humidity's a bitch.
Yeah, thankfully it didn't rain here today. Did it rain for you?
It rained a little bit. I don't know. It's been really weird and bipolar, just going back and forth. Like it'll rain hard as fuck for like 5 minutes, and then just nothing, gone. Just bright ass sun. And it's like, hey,
Texas
yeah.
For you.
So you come out, you bring the jacket. You're ready to, bundle up. Well, not really bundle up, but like cover yourself from the rain, and then you step out, and then it's already sunny.
It's done.
And it's too hot for the jacket now, and then it's a whole damn thing, man.
It's a vicious cycle.
It is. It is a very vicious cycle. Yeah. But yes, enough about the weather. All right, we get it.
We're like hot, the weather, but y'all already knew that.
Exactly. You didn't. I'm looking at the wrong camera. You
see
didn't.
What I did
to,
there? I was implying that we're both like fairly attractive individuals. Anyway.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
It was a bad joke.
I mean, I feel like
let's start the show. We started the show, but let's just hop into topics.
Hey man,
because
all I'm saying is just got to work on that delivery. All right, it could have been a good joke.
I looked at the camera, so I think that was kind of like the nod to like sort of wink. It was like it was cheeky. It was cheeky.
Yeah, it was a little cheeky. I'll give you that much.
Yeah. So that's been our intro.
Yes.
What are we gonna be hopping into first?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so some news has come out lately that has got quite a few people up in arms about. So we're gonna go ahead and touch on this. There we go. I can speak. So let's hop into this article right here. Not that scene. There we go. Let's hop into this article right here. And it's Machine Gun Kelly movie, quote, good news, changes name after backlash from Mac Miller's brothers. So I'm pretty sure a bunch of you have already heard about this, but if you haven't, there has been rumors that are not even necessarily rumors that this movie is going to exist that they're working on. It was kind of framed by a lot of people the way they were talking about it as like a Mac Miller biopic, but it's actually not that, surprisingly enough. So
yeah,
Machine Gun Kelly is playing not Mac Miller, but kind of a Mac Miller-esque figure, but also supposedly drawing influence from Pop Smoke and Juice WRLD too. So yeah, a little weird. Which
is weird because I'm not sure like
what crossover do they have?
They all
other than
died,
being dead? you know?
And I mean, I can see the crossover between like maybe Juice and Mac in terms of like, like possibly like substance abuse and stuff like that. But for as far as Pop Smoke goes, like he just died. Like,
he was shot. Like that's not the same thing. You could put
not at all.
Yeah, I mean, you could put Pop Smoke and Nipsey kind of in the same bubble there if you want to talk about that. But I mean, hey, whatever, I guess. So they're essentially making this drama narrative film about, I think it said like a down on his luck rapper or whatever. So let's go ahead and read through this article. And it also originally was called Good News, obviously based off of Mac Miller's first single from his posthumous album. You all know it. You all love it. But let's go ahead and let's get into this. A new rap movie starring MGK will undergo a change of title after the production was called out by the brother of the late Mac Miller. And when you see this, that his brother was the one who called it out, it kind of seems like, hey, maybe you didn't get permission for this. A little shady. Yep. But and also, you know, to say the least, I don't know how involved Machine Gun Kelly is on the production end of this. I don't know if he was just hired for this because he's a rapper and he's white. But
it could definitely be that.
It could just be that, or I mean, I don't know if he's very at the helm of this. So I don't know how much blame to put on him, I guess, necessarily.
I feel like I remember, let me see. Maybe I think he may be producing it as well, but I don't think I don't know if he, you know, was how involved in the story aspect.
Right.
And stuff. He was, but maybe the article says it. Does it talk about it there?
I don't know. Let's go ahead and find out.
There you go.
So the movie was set to be titled Good News, a direct nods to Miller's first posthumous single, and the storyline was reportedly inspired by artists such as Miller himself, Juice WRLD, and Pop Smoke, who have all faced untimely demises. Kelly is set to portray an artist making his way in the industry, but the production has faced backlash from Mac Miller's brother, Miller McCormick. Fuck you, fuck your movie. At least change the title. McCormick recently wrote on social media. Mac Miller's brother addressed MGK in his upcoming movie based on the life of troubled musician in their final days. Okay, so I guess it's just like his last days or whatever.
Yeah.
It has now been confirmed that the film will undergo a title change, with the producers apologizing for being disrespectful. Quote, "Our film is about a fictional musician on the rise with a troubled life. It's not in any way a biopic or based on any artist's true life." Sure. We realize the title, which was intended as an homage to Mac Miller and other artists gone too soon, feels disrespectful. Statement continued. We've heard from many people on social media who have found offense to the title, so without hesitation, we will change it. The film's new title is yet to be confirmed. Filming will reportedly begin July 8th in Los Angeles. It is yet to be revealed who will star alongside Kelly, and that is it. That is the whole article. Yeah. So, again, like I said, I don't know how deeply involved Machine Gun Kelly's supposed to be in this.
Yeah, I was just looking at this article from Deadline from when it got announced, and it doesn't say anything really about necessarily his involvement. It's just like he got cast in it. Which is, I mean, I guess, I don't generally like Machine Gun Kelly anyway.
Obviously,
So, I mean, if there's another opportunity for me to talk shit about him, like I'm going to take it. And, you know, it's also kind of, it's funny that the director would be like, you know, we're not, it's not about like any one rapper, but then it's like, so then why name names if you're
right.
Like if you're not trying to draw comparisons to anybody, then don't put the names out there in the first place. Because then people, and then you name the movie Good News. Like, what do you expect people to think?
Right.
When you're making a movie and you kind of are surrounding it with like the name of a Mac Miller song, and you said that you're drawing on Mac Miller's life. Like, that's kind of the whole thing. So, I don't know. Also, MGK is friends with Pete Davidson, which is like, I don't like it.
Side eye right there.
Yeah, definitely some side eye right there because you know Pete was allegedly, obviously I don't know, nobody knows the real details, but allegedly kind of shitty to Mac Miller. So
Oh fuck yeah, that makes it so much worse. Jesus Christ. I mean,
yeah,
like I not that I can see why, but like you know, I see why he would do. Obviously, the whole Ariana Grande. I mean, that's the whole thing. But like,
Yeah.
it's still a dumb fucking reason.
Are you talking about Pete?
Yeah, Pete.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah,
That's really fucking stupid. But you know, hey,
God.
he's Pete Davidson. What are you gonna do?
Truly, what do you expect?
At this point, honestly. But I mean, hey, this movie. I mean, they're changing the title.
Right.
If they're drawing influence from these rappers' lives, I mean, this is a weird amalgamation of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't have a ton of high hopes for it, to say the least.
I also saw apparently they threw Lil Peep's name in there too.
Yes, that's right.
So I mean, yeah, like we said, I can see the comparison between, you know, possibly Juice Mac and Lil Peep, but
yeah,
even still, I don't know how you make the only thing those three have in common is how they died.
yeah, that's it.
And I mean, you're not just going to start the movie and then have them die. So I'm interested to see what this movie is going to kind of be.
Yeah, it's so weird. And like, if that's the only thread that connects those few characters, shit, I could name 30 more people who,
yeah, exactly,
who you can go based off of. Like Jesus
Right,
Christ,
so-
it's so like it's such a loose comparison between them.
yeah, and I mean, just going back to like the Mac Miller thing, it is just really fucking it's disrespectful. It really is. Especially to not like even get permission
Right.
from anybody. And I guess I don't know why. I mean, I guess in some ways I can see why in their head they'd be like, "Oh, this is such a nice thing to do," but then it's also like, you know, nobody asked you to do this,
Right.
like, no, like, did his family? You don't even know if his family is going to necessarily like this movie or if this is something they would want to even be made. And I mean, as we've seen, like Mac Miller's family has been handling like all of his posthumous releases, and anything having to do with him,
Right.
ever since he passed, like they've been handling that with extreme care.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. Like if they weren't there, you know, part of the process, then you don't do it. And I think it's easy because a lot of the other rappers, you know, estates that are listed here, like Pop Smoke, Juice World, like we've kind of seen how, you know, they've kind of been getting milked, you know, for
just a bit
for all the rest. So I'm sure like those estates are probably like, sure, we'll take the publicity, like sure, throw our name out there, like we are totally fine with that. So maybe that's the perspective they were coming from and just thinking like no one will care. They might think this is really nice. But no. So I'm happy that Mac's brother said something and called him out because I mean there was already a lot of backlash on the internet, but
yeah.
I think I don't know if it would have been enough for them to change it if his brother hadn't, you know, personally spoken up and said something.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I think the backlash obviously was intense, but yeah, it's nothing compared to his literal fucking brother calling them out. And that's really what needed to happen in order for them to actually make any change. I feel like regardless if he hadn't called them out, they would have just kept rolling with it. And I think just with this and just kind of how bad it looks, I mean, it's going to flop. And then I think some more stuff kind of came out about Machine Gun Kelly after the fact. Like people were kind of digging up some stuff. I don't know too much about that, but some pretty bad stuff. I can't really find anything right now because I'm pretty sure it's mostly Twitter stuff. But
okay,
yeah, it's mostly like, you know, Twitter bringing up the receipts, you know, as they do. So let me see if I can find anything about 660 tweets in the last hour. Fun.
Lots of people have lots of shit to say about MGK, and he's really trying to get this. He's really been trying to get that acting career up off the ground.
I mean, he really is.
He I mean,
he was in Bird Box though. Like, does he?
He was in Bird Box. And so, I mean, I personally, for one, did not like that movie at all. But
right,
I mean, it was a big deal.
It was. I mean, it was a Netflix movie, so. I mean, hey, they got money.
I think what else he's been in. Actually, I think both of the movies that Pete Davidson made from like last year and the year before. I think he was in those as like one of them maybe a cameo, the other one probably a little bit of a bigger role. And then I think he was also in another Netflix movie with Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, he's out there doing the damn thing.
Right.
So he's got the acting thing going. He's got his rebrand of his music now too.
Yeah, he's doing pop punk, which now I can actually. So one thing that I will say, that let me go ahead and share my screen with you real quick, so that way you can see. But go ahead and pull that up. Yes. So real quick, this tweet was going out there. I did see someone on TikTok about this. I can't quite remember this guy's name, but
Angus.
people were saying Angus. Yeah. So that he obviously, if they were doing a Mac Miller biopic, this would have been much better
Angus
casting.
Cloud. I believe it's Angus Cloud is his last name.
Right. But, Angus Cloud. He does look very, very similar, obviously.
He does. And like, I remember the first time I was watching Euphoria, I was just like, yo, this guy. That's really like one of the first things I was thinking about. I was like, he reminds me so much of Mac Miller. Like, so much. And he would be the perfect, I feel like he could really get his voice down too.
Yeah.
So if they did decide to go that route at some point and do a Mac Miller biopic, which I would 100% be down for.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it definitely would be an interesting film, and I think obviously if handled with the grace and approval of his estate, then I mean I think it would go well.
No, like I think it could legitimately be really good if they like, especially if they try not to. They could get like someone like an actually like a really good director, like someone that's, you know, more in like the prestige lane of things, maybe in like an indie lane of things. I could see like pulling off a really, really great Mac Miller biopic. I do think it's still maybe a little too soon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely way too soon.
Really fresh on everybody's minds. And I think we maybe need to be further moved, which is probably another thing upsetting about this MGK movie is that like, geez, all of these names that you're throwing out here, like literally within the past few years.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
So like, let it sit for a bit. Like,
exactly. Yeah. Let it simmer down and then we can talk about it. Also, the stuff that was coming about MGK when he was trending, he said a lot of creepy shit about underage and young girls. So pretty on brand for being pop punk. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to show anything because trigger warning, whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's
not surprised.
It's pretty bad. And obviously, like, we have the whole shit with him and Eminem's daughter. I mean, everyone knows that one.
Yeah. When
she was underage, and that's what kind of started their whole beef and whatnot. But yeah, let's Machine Gun Kelly, let's not do that. All right.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that. You can't touch Mac Miller at all. You never will.
Don't do that.
I mean, hey, kudos on working on your acting career, but dude, if you produce this, fuck you wholeheartedly. But if you were just cast for this and you didn't know, I mean, dude, you gotta You got to look out more for yourself.
Gotta say something.
Yeah, it's not a good look. Not a good look, Sweaty.
Because we're gonna throw you in the corner with Gold Link.
Yep.
We're gonna throw you in the corner with Gold Link.
Yep, dude. It's so crazy the amount of people who are just so ready to disrespect Mac Miller, which is like the craziest thing. Because like even if you were never like a huge fan of his music, like it's not like he was a shitty guy. It's not like he was
a great person.
Exactly. He was an amazing fucking guy. Everyone who has ever, except for
everyone in the
Gold
industry
Link,
loves him.
Exactly. Like everyone except Gold Link has had amazing things to say about him.
Right.
Like nothing but the absolute highest of praises. So I just don't understand why people like this want to be so quick as to disrespect him.
Why are you doing this? You don't gotta do that. No, yeah. I think that's another one of the things that I would really be interested to see in a Mac Miller biopic is just like, I don't know, just seeing how many people he came in contact with and how many people were just like, it's so amazing.
Oh
like,
yeah,
so
no,
great.
it's crazy. Like everyone from Anderson .Paak to Jid, like
to fucking Kendrick, Schoolboy Q, like
Ariana Grande.
Obviously Ariana, like
he's been everywhere. Snoop Dogg, when he was in what was it, Scary Movie? I think it was.
Earl Sweatshirt, him and Earl were cool.
Yeah.
Him and Vince, like he seemed like a really great guy. Would have honestly loved to meet him. He seemed just like a quick little meet and greet at a concert or something. Like that would have been
that would have been
cool.
Would have been really awesome.
So I think anytime, like people just got to know at this point, like if you do something bad on Mac Miller, like we're gonna fuck you up. Like everyone is gonna come at you. Like that's just how it goes.
Dude, like I'm pretty sure Gold Link's career is over. Like
no, he like legitimately that shit destroyed his career.
Yeah. And it's not like, I mean, obviously he was mildly popular, but it's not like he was that successful in the first place. And I mean,
I think he was definitely on the upward.
He was. I mean, he definitely was. Diaspora was pretty well received.
It was, and like even looking at the some of the features that he's got on that album, like you can see like his newest album, like it was kind of a step down. Like I'm like maybe there were just a lot of people in the industry that didn't want to work with him. Like
no, because
I mean he had Tyler on the album, he had Khalid on the album.
Yeah,
like that's kind of a big fucking deal. Like Khalid's a pretty like he's artist.
Huge, and I had no idea how huge he was. Did you know for a month period, I want to say in 2019, he was the most listened to artist on Spotify.
I am not surprised.
And I had no idea he was popping like that.
Really? Though. Oh, dude, I knew he was popping like that. Fucking Young, Dumb, and Broke, all the other fucking shit that was everywhere.
It wasn't during that album though. It was during it was during his second album. What was it? I don't remember what it's called.
What, the Free Spirit one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
it was during that one. He was the most listened to artist on Spotify. It's so insane.
Damn. I mean, hey, good for him. His music has never resonated with me, but I mean, he seems like a cool guy, but I mean, Gold Link was going places.
He really was, and then he flopped it. He fumbled the bag.
Fucked it up. Like he even like looking at his Instagram, like even like I was on there a couple weeks ago, like after he dropped his album, I was like, let me go back and see. Like first I went to see if he'd even deleted the post. But no, he did not.
Oh, it's still up. Oh no.
No, yeah, he's standing firm in it.
He's committed as fuck to it. Damn.
And like I think he lost just so many fans. Like he literally took off you know how now on Instagram you can take off how many how many likes like people can see, you know? Mm-hmm. So you can just take that off and it'll just show like I don't know. It literally doesn't show a number. It's just like people have liked this or something like that.
Oh shit.
So like he took that off so you can't even see like
crazy.
how many people are liking his shit, because I'm just pretty sure it's like small as fuck. Yeah, he's Dunzo.
Oh wow, wait, hold on. That's a video. Oh no, I mean I can, at least on the browser I can see how many people have liked, but damn, I mean on his regular day-to-day posts, these likes are slim. Like here's
you can see the number on there?
Yeah. So I mean here's This is just that at what cost got certified gold. 26,000 likes. Impressive number, obviously, right?
Right.
This one, just a regular post, 6,400 likes.
Oh, wow, we're getting down
This
there.
one, 4,000. Like, yeah, it's pretty.
And it's like for an artist of his caliber, like,
yeah.
Or I mean, he's got 333,000 followers.
Yeah.
No one's
really rocking with him, man.
With his stuff. But yeah, on mobile, like you can't see. It just says
that's
liked
crazy
by, whoever.
That's crazy. I need to double check that. But damn, man, that's crazy.
Oh, also, I just saw his. I don't know. I don't know if that's true because his bio says run by management. I'm like, is this account just run by his management? He's also turned off all comments on his posts.
Oh wow, it is on mobile that you can't see it. Oh man, I wish I could stream it to here, but yeah, it just says whomever and others. That's it.
Yeah, man.
He's down bad.
So let that be a lesson to everyone that wants to try and fuck with Mac Miller. We will get you up out of here if it has to be done.
It's what's got to happen, man. We don't give a fuck that you drop crew.
We don't.
The one thing I will say though, I feel like Machine Gun Kelly's a little bit more safe, and the reason why is because I mean, now that he's in the pop punk lane,
right?
I feel like a good portion of those people don't give a fuck about Mac Miller.
Overlap, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think that he's gonna necessarily suffer as much commercial lack of success. I think he's still gonna do fine because of the new audience he's cultivated, and like honestly. Good on him for doing that because like if this happened and he was still making rap music, if Eminem didn't end his career, Eminem fucking sent him to the pop punk genre. Can you fucking believe that?
Yeah.
Eminem sent his I can't believe that, dude. Like, dude, say what you want about Eminem's most recent music. It's dog shit, obviously, but holy shit, he sent this man to a different genre. Let that shit sink in.
That's pretty bad.
That is fucking terrible.
He got fucked.
He got fucked so hard.
And then I saw there was something like Pete Davidson was saying. He was like, oh yeah. And then, like MGK, my best friend, like, man, had a beef with Eminem and he fucking killed that shit. Like he murdered Eminem.
Nope.
Let's not lie to ourselves.
Copium. Hardcore copium over here.
Granted, I will say MGK's response, or wait, actually he came out with the track first. Right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I want to say Eminem called him out on Kamikaze, like on that album somewhere. I think so.
And
I don't remember. And then he did a diss track, and then Headshot.
I will say,
or Kill Shot.
It was stronger. It was stronger than I expected it to be. But I mean, if you're going up against. Eminem and like you said, his recent music is not the best, but Eminem can fuck you up.
I mean, he's still got bars. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
So when he wants to go in, he can go in.
Like that's not someone you want to start rap beef with. Just
not
don't do
him. Not Pusha T.
Not Pusha T.
Don't ever. Dude, that was such a great time.
That was a moment.
Honestly,
that was
dude,
really a moment.
We all need those fucking beefs. I need some new beefs, man.
I know. I mean, we had our little one last year for about a week's period.
Wait, what happened then? I don't even remember.
J. Cole and No Name.
Oh, that was weak.
I mean, hey, it was a little weak only because first off, I feel like the grounds on the argument were kind like it was like, dude, why are we even fucking? Like,
and it's like it's not even like it was a personal thing. That's the thing. Beef is beef is.
I mean,
best
J. Cole
when it's
took
personal.
it very personally.
He did, but beef is best when it's personal. When that shit gets personal,
when you start bringing out babies, people are hiding.
Dude, I can't believe like seeing some of the posts that like every time Drake posts about Adonis, right? Dude, no, Drake fans are like so hardcore on copium. Like, dude. Look, at the end of the day, Drake is still and always will be insanely more financially and commercially successful than Pusha T can ever dream.
No argument there.
Exactly. It's Drake is by far one of, if not the biggest artist in the world.
Yeah.
It's Pusha T's not touching him in terms of numbers. That's easy.
Right.
But when they bring that up and just be like, oh, Drake's doing this, where's Pusha? And it's like, dude, he fucking killed his ass. Like, come on. Like,
no, he did.
He put him into shape into being a dad. Like, I mean, come on. He made him go into PR mode.
I think the thing that made that beef so much more interesting than like, I don't know, some other beats, like say even the J. Cole No Name one, is that when Drake came out swinging, like he came out swinging. Like,
oh yeah, no, dude, that was a good ass diss track. I would say it's even better than Back to Back.
Yeah, no, it was, because I remember I was like, damn, like,
yeah,
he kind of went in. Like, he kind of went in.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I was like, oh, fuck. All right. Damn, bro.
And then Pusha T just came back. So I think that's another thing. It's just like, you want to see both of these artists, like, bring their best at each other. And, like, I mean, you know, the J. Cole diss track I was just like, this is fucking stupid. Like, this is just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But, man, that was such a time. I remember, I remember that so vividly, like listening to Deppy freestyle for the first time. I remember exactly where I was, exactly what I was doing. Like, it was a moment. It was a moment.
It definitely was.
With Story of Added On, like.
And I think what also made it so insanely good, like such a good beef, is obviously like the depth of the history behind it too. Yeah. Because like it goes back way further than just the two of them even.
Right.
But just like, oh man, like, I mean, Drake came with the bat and Pusha came in with the hammer. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that was,
oh God. I still just remember hearing that for the first time and just jaw on the fucking floor. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I need more beefs, guys. Come on.
I do need more beef. I need someone to.
Who are we going to get beefing next? That's what I'm trying to think. Who can we bring into a beef that's enough in the forefront, but also not. Doesn't have to be too like mainstream.
You know, I think it's time. It's time for Kendrick to get messy. It's time.
It is, dude. Fucking.
You know, if we're looking at the big three, obviously J. Cole had his moment. Drake had his moment. Come on, Kendrick. And I mean, he kind of was throwing shots a little bit on what was it, the Hard Part 4?
Yeah.
That people like were suspecting that was possibly about like Big Sean. But then like nothing really came of that.
Yeah, I feel like it was more like it wasn't anything too personal. It was a little more like, tongue in cheek a bit. Yeah,
so that's who I want to see as far as who could go up against Kendrick.
Fuck, man.
That's where you would have to get someone like someone that can really rap like Kendrick and like fucking Freddie, or like
I'm just
Kendrick
trying to like who the fuck could piss Kendrick off? That's the thing. Like
that is true too.
That's the thing, is it has to get personal in some way. There has to be some sort of reason why it happens.
Who knows?
Who fucking knows at this point?
We saw, I mean, Tyler's kind of was could have possibly started something. But I guess, whatchamacallit, ASAP Nas just doesn't want to respond because he was like, Tyler's kind of been going in on him. Yeah. I don't know if you've been catching that stuff lately, but
I haven't actually.
Oh, well, I mean, he had his verse on Rise, you know, on the new album where he's on that verse, he's kind of calling him out. He's like, you know, he's talking about basically, you know, where he's like, you ain't the only, and where that be in Paris. And then just kind of starts talking shit about him. And then he, at a concert, or actually on Instagram Live, the day the album came out, he kind of called him out and was like, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Like, you're trying to come out here, I stole your style. I mean, just know, like, I will always be better than you. Yeah, he was just really kind of going in on him. And then ASAP Nas kind of went on Instagram Live and was like, that's whatever. Like, I don't even care that much. Like, he's like, that's, he's my boy still. Like that's Rocky's guy. Like, da da da. But Tyler seems like, no, like, fuck you. He was even at a concert whenever he was doing Rise. And he was like, there's a video of him being like, somebody record this because I want his ass to see. I will buy you. I will purchase you. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like,
God fucking damn.
Yeah,
shit. I mean, we could see it. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't want any of the smoke, though.
No, yeah. He doesn't want the smoke. And the thing is, he's smart. He's smart to not respond to that.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. This would be a terrible, terrible move on his part.
Yeah. Because, Tyler on the song, he's like, you're pathetic. Like, Tyler got the talent. Tyler got the vision. He's just like kind of going in, just talking about how, like, he's got it going. And A$AP Nas doesn't really have anything going for him right now. So
yeah.
Good on you, A$AP Nas, for just shutting the fuck up.
Yep. I mean, hey, that's what you gotta do sometimes.
Really is.
Just shut the fuck up.
Exactly. So yeah.
I don't know. I want to see some beef,
I don't know who's next.
I feel like we could see some Freddie beef.
I could see Freddie beef with someone. He seems like someone that could make enemies fairly easily.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there would be no reason, and there's no like fucking like there's no precedent for it. But I mean, like, if Big Sean rubbed him the wrong way, I feel like him and Big Sean could go at it, and that would be a pretty big deal.
I could see that, although I just think like Big Sean is just gonna get fucking destroyed.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna get bodied, but I mean, I just want to see it.
Yeah. I would like to see like if it was gonna be Freddie, like I want someone else that's gonna be like
that's on par.
Yeah,
but then that's the thing is like you get someone that's on par, you're breaking up that relationship there. Then
that is true. I mean, I think most of the people that are kind of on his level of rapping, he's kind of already got this kind of camaraderie with, or is kind of friends with. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Fingers crossed we get a beef within the next.
Dude, I need to hear some shit, man. I need some diss
6
tracks.
months or so.
All right. Not
really nice.
The fucking death to mumble rap diss tracks. All right. Shut that shit up. All right. Get the fuck out of my face with that.
Jesus Christ.
But I want some diss track. Playboy Cardi diss track. All right. Someone diss Playboy Cardi. Fuck it. I don't know. Fuck. No. I don't know.
That would be, I don't even know. No. I don't even want to know how Cardi would respond.
Cardi.
That was your Playboy Cardi impression?
No, it's not good. It's not good. I'm not there with it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey.
You were not. But on that note.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and switch gears over here. So I didn't necessarily want to talk about this, but I felt like it kind of should be addressed because it's something that I'm really noticing. It's like a crazy big deal. So if you're watching this podcast, I'm gonna assume you probably know who Anthony Fantano is. Obviously.
It's a good guess.
But if you don't, for some reason, awesome. Thanks for watching this podcast and not being greatly involved in music, Twitter / YouTube business. So hey,
yeah,
shouts out.
Hello.
Let's get you into some more shit. I'm glad we could be your gateway drug, but hey. But yeah, if you don't know, Anthony Fantano has been a decades-long music reviewer, one of the biggest music channels on YouTube, period, and honestly, one of the most well-respected music reviewers, period.
Also one of the most hated.
Yeah, also one of the most hated. But that's the thing. I mean, that's par for the course, honestly. You put your opinions online, and I mean, hey, he's got a lot of controversial ones. His 6 on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I even forgot what he gave, A Whole Lot of Red, but that was pretty controversial.
My personal one that I really hate is his Because the Internet review.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Fuck you.
But I mean, hey, and that's the thing though, is that like you gotta recognize that like obviously he's not the end all be all of what's good in music. If you enjoy some shit, I mean, hey, go for it. He's definitely reviewed some shit that I like, you know, very poorly. And he's reviewed some shit that I fucking hate very well. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. But I think
both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. But I think obviously, I mean, hey, he's a valid resource for finding and curating music. I think a lot of people, you know, he puts people on to music that they might not have otherwise heard of. I mean, hell, even sometimes from 100%. Week to week, I'll see shit that he reviewed that I didn't even catch. I'll check it out, like without even watching the review necessarily. They're like, oh, hey, this looks interesting enough. I'll check it out because I didn't notice that this dropped. And, you know, hey, I can only listen to so much fucking music and I don't know everything that comes out. But he seems to have a good grip on that.
Yeah, I definitely think he's a good way. At least for me, I remember when I was younger, like in high school, and I was like, you know, I really kind of want to start getting into, you know, just more music and stuff. And I didn't really know where to start or what kind of artists were out there. And then I don't even know how I stumbled across his channel, but I did. And I think finding his channel was kind of like the gateway drug, like kind of you were saying.
Yeah.
To that side, that music side of the internet.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, I think it's better to look at him as more of like a curator and just like figuring out like, oh, he liked this. Let me possibly check it out if I share a similar opinion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, sometimes it is just like fun. It's like, oh shit, I wonder what he's going to give this one.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, very important to note, like, just have your own fucking
obviously, yeah. Have your own fucking opinions. That's the main thing. And, you know, hey, if he rates something you love poorly, don't let that change your mind, obviously.
Right. And I think it's also just interesting to hear, like, I think he's very good at articulating for the most part. There are reviews where I think he could do a better job, but for the most part, I think he's very good at articulating why he does not like something.
Right.
Which, you know, causes me to maybe look at music in a different way or try to look at it from different perspectives and see like, oh, I can see this. Or, oh, wow, I actually didn't even notice that about this song. It makes me like it more, like hearing someone else speak about it.
Yeah.
And
I mean like, hey, we didn't go to music school.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I was in band for like.
Oh yeah, okay, and I was in orchestra. Get fucked, like what?
I was in band for most of my life. You did that shit for like what, a little bit?
Okay, 3 years, but I was fucking good at it. I was really good at it.
I was definitely better at.
Oh, fuck no. Band. Fuck no.
Dude, I did that shit for like fucking 8 years of my life.
Okay, and if I would have done it for 8 years of my life, I would have been leagues above you. Period.
But you didn't.
Period.
We have no frame of reference.
You know what? We're gonna hop over to that timeline. You know what? I got my 10 pad. We're gonna hop over to that fucking timeline.
I'll pull the clarinet out right now. I'll fucking go back home and find that shit.
All right, we'll do it. Needle in the lens. Fucking music off. We'll do it. We don't do boxing matches over here. That's what we're gonna do this shit.
No, but like legitimately, I feel like not to my own horn, but I honestly feel like if you had heard me play, you'd be like, damn, like this kid's actually pretty fucking good. Like, I mean, we won like a lot of all-state competitions and like solo and ensemble stuff. Like, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, honk, whatever, man.
I was a good fucking musician.
I'll take your word for it.
And my dad's a band director. All right.
I'll take your fucking word for it now. We'll see. We'll see when the showdown happens. But
I'm ready.
I'm fucking ready too. Let's go.
Okay.
But back to what we were saying. Yes, using Fantano as a resource to curate music is definitely a valid way to approach his content. But obviously, with his opinion and him being so well respected in the industry, you get this thing. And I actually just recently found out this term. They're called Fantano drones. That's what they're called. What? Fantano drones. And it's a thing that's commonly used in, I think it's Rate Your Music. That like the kind of term came from is that after he posts a review, people flood the Rate Your Music section for that album or for that song or for whatever with the review that lines up with his review, basically.
Gotcha.
So they just kind of push that. And Obviously, you know, that comes into the real world where people who respect him to an insane degree just take his opinions as fact and then they apply them to themselves. Look, I'm going to say it, dude, we all have different fucking ears. All right. We all enjoy different things. We all have different cultural backgrounds that cause us to enjoy certain things over other things. What he says is based on his own experience, and that changes from person to person. So you can't just take what he says as fact.
Yeah,
Period.
and I think it's always interesting. I see conversations and people bring this up with not only music criticism, but like film criticism, TV criticism, like just criticism of any art. It's like, oh, like so-and-so, like they need to set their personal biases aside and stuff like that. It's like, that's, you almost can't really do that.
That's
like
what reviewing is. How
exactly,
did
like,
I feel about this thing? You can look
like
at something as objectively as possible, but there's only certain objective criteria that you can go off of.
Exactly.
And even then,
your emotions affect so much.
Yeah. And even then, that objective criteria is still inherently subjective. You like for a movie, you can say that that cinematography is well done in a film, but someone might not like that style. So you can't say that it is objectively good. In some cases, sure you can. I feel like it's easier to say something is objectively bad than objectively good.
I would agree. I think, I think I would agree with that statement. But yeah, there's just so many different things from like someone's background, like you were saying, like their cultural upbringing, like, you know, something, like a black film might resonate with me more than it would with like a white person, which is like completely to be expected. You know, so I can't necessarily, like, you can't expect someone to set aside their personal biases, or like, maybe they're listening to an album that's touching on a topic that hits really close to home. Exactly. And like this album just really happens to affect someone in a really strong way. So yeah, there's just a number of things, that can affect the way people listen to music and regarding criticism in general. So I do think a lot of people maybe disagree, but I do think that there is a place for music criticism, and I think that it is. Yeah,
I mean, we kind of do it, so hey, I hope there's a place for it.
That's true. I guess that is true. I didn't even think about that. I guess now that we do this, I technically could be considered a critic of some sort. But,
exactly, needle in the lens critics.
There you go. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just a fucking person sharing how I feel about something.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's
literally all.
Yeah, that's the difference now in the age of the internet. Anyone can voice their opinion on anything, so anyone can be a critic if you think about it. And I think that that's kind of shining a light on things that, you know, more people tend to enjoy. And I think it has been for the better, honestly. But we didn't even get into the reason why we're talking about Fantano
I know, we haven't.
Today.
We just went on the whole thing.
Yes. So, guys, a spoiler warning for his most recent review if you guys are into that shit. But if you're on the internet, you know what happened. He dropped another 10. All right.
Yep.
Wake up, babe. New 10 review dropped.
New 10 just dropped.
But yeah, so if you are a fan of Fantano's, you know that there's only a select few albums ever that he's ever reviewed that have gotten the coveted 10 out of 10 rating. Obviously.
We have six now, I want to say.
Which actually, there was a funny joke that someone said, guys, we can finally listen to 6 albums. I thought that shit was hilarious. That shit was fucking funny, and that takes the Fantano drone meme like to the next level. That shit was hilarious. But yes, so he dropped this review.
So I have a quick question.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Out of all of the 610s, how many have you heard?
Honestly, I've heard, I want to say 3. No, 4. 4. I've heard 4.
Yes. Yeah.
I've heard 4. I haven't heard the Swans one or the Daughters one. Those are the 2 that I haven't heard.
Right. Same here. I think I actually started the Daughters one, and pretty early into it, I was like, you know what?
It's not for you.
This is not for me.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Simply not for me.
That's the thing. It's not going to be for everyone, but yeah, this record was called The Turning Wheel by Spelling. That's who it was. Yes. And I mean, hey, in my personal opinion, I thought it was a pretty dope record. I Personally, don't know if I would say 10 out of 10, but it was really good. It was really, really enjoyable.
So I think, yeah, we both like just listened to this. Like,
yeah. So we definitely need a little bit more time to sit with it, but yeah.
For me, off of first listen, I was like, I can honestly definitely see why this is a 10 out of 10. For him, because just like first off, just the instrumentation on this project.
Oh
like,
yeah, absolutely.
From front to back is just wow.
Right.
Wow. And I wanted to make sure, like, I didn't watch his review before I listened to the record.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I just want, like, I obviously know it was going to be a glowing review. Because it was a 10. I knew it was a 10, but I was like, let me listen to this and then I'll see what he had to say after. But man, like, yeah, the instrumentation on there is just insane. Her voice, I saw a lot of people saying like, I don't know, like I can't get into like.
I can definitely see why people can't get into it. I know that this is definitely not going to be for everyone when I was listening to it.
Really, I really didn't have any issues with her voice, honestly.
I didn't, but my point is I can see why people might.
Like it maybe wouldn't be accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like this project. And I don't know, I think there's like, I will say, I think from front to back, I was like, there was not a dull moment for me. Like,
oh yeah, no, definitely.
It was just, I was really, just really, really shocked. And I think it was like probably the first album for me that like, out of all the 10s that he's given, and obviously like To Pimp a Butterfly, I like fucking loved that album.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd already heard it before I found out he gave it a 10. So I think this is the first one out of all the 10s he's given that I heard. And I was like, damn, I can 100% see why this is a 10.
Oh yeah.
Like, Kids See Ghosts, I think maybe at the time I was a lot younger and I think Fantano still like, I was still kind of letting him influence me more. That was like, what, 2018?
Okay.
So I was like, oh yeah, like Kids See Ghosts, like, yeah, this is such a good record. And it is a really good record.
Yeah, it's definitely,
but it's not
fantastic.
a fucking 10.
Yeah, no.
It's not a fucking 10.
That was a bit excessive.
Yeah, that's a lot. But this one, I feel like was the first one I was like, man, I can really see why this is a 10 out of 10. There was not a bad moment. There isn't a track I would say on this album that I was like, I wouldn't put this here, or this is not good, or I would skip this. Like, and I'm not sure necessarily how much replay value it'll have, which is going to be interesting for me going forward. Because while I do like it quite a bit, I'm not sure if I see myself being like, you know, I'm driving to work, time to throw on the Spelling album.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's that type of album, but it is very good.
It is phenomenal. And I think the biggest thing with it is it's such an emotional experience. Yeah. And obviously that really gets me. I mean, I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, that like, if like I can be emotionally moved by it, it's going to be well regarded in my eyes. I do think it was really hilarious that we were talking, I want to say it was either last week or the week before, that was like, dude, Call Me If You Get Lost is album of the year. And like, if something's going to surpass this, it's going to have to be a 10 out of 10. Here we are, a potential.
Fantano dropped to 10.
Yeah.
But and, you know, I was really wondering, because I was like, you know, one thing I will say, I actually was going to tell you about this earlier. I will say, as much as I do like Call Me If You Get Lost, some of the like recency bias and like, you know, just like really being all in on it has calmed down a little bit for me. I mean, obviously I still think the album is great. It's like probably, if I mean, I don't want to give it a number because I really do hate giving shit numbers. But I mean, no, it's definitely fucking, it's up there for me. But like, I can legitimately see now, I could see something passing this up.
Okay. You've calmed down a bit.
I'm thinking, if it were anyone, if I had to place bets on any artist that could drop an album that could surpass it, I'm thinking Jid or Silk Sonic.
Oh wow.
That those two I think are capable of possibly dropping a project that I could enjoy more.
I mean, we'll definitely have to see. I know Denzel might still be coming this year, so I mean that's definitely on my radar as far as.
I mean that is true. I mean the last time. I mean, Denzel hasn't been like. I don't think Denzel's been in my top 10 albums of the year since Taboo, which was my album of the year that year.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seems like he might come with something a little different this time.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking towards, though. Is that
we'll see? I didn't have it in my head as possibly album of the year material, but
I didn't either. But I just think in my mind, since he didn't necessarily wow me on Unlocked 1.5, I think he could potentially really hit it out of the park on this one. You know,
I mean, hey, I completely agree. It seems like he's taken his time with this one more than, some of his other projects since Taboo.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, granted, I think the products between now and Taboo have all been kind of,
they've been, they've been solid.
They've been solid, but I don't think they've been like,
nothing has been on par with
album,
it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like Zoo feels like
a mixtape.
Very much like a mixtape, and Unlocked is, although it's technically an album, feels more like an EP.
It does, just because of how short it is, but since it's so cohesive, I'd still give it the album treatment.
You still give it the album, 100%. But I feel like he hasn't had anything like as robust as Taboo.
Yeah, and I think this could be something.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems like it. And I do want him to like, hopefully one thing I want from him, now we're just talking about Denzel for a quick second.
Yeah.
Sorry. Happens. I want to see him like freestyle less. I know he's talked about like on a lot of his past projects, he was like Unlocked, like I didn't write anything, like I just went in the booth and just started like going and like, and I think like, I remember him saying like he hasn't written anything since Taboo, which like, I think you can definitely notice that.
Yeah.
And so I kind of want him to get a little further back into that serious lane. Actually I think for me, his most enjoyable project since Taboo was Blood and Blood Out for me personally.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, but that's just me.
I mean, technically doesn't count, but all right.
Why does it technically not count? It's because a full project. Just because it wasn't on streaming, it doesn't count?
It's a mix. You can't buy it. There's
like 7 songs on there.
It's a mix. It's called a mix.
Okay, so because it's a mix, fucking More Life is a playlist. The fuck?
Yeah, but it got more of an official release.
That is a cohesive project. If it is a project and there are songs,
whatever, man. Whatever.
Nah, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
Whatever, man.
No, but
I mean, it's definitely enjoyable, albeit some of the like Sonic kind of pitfalls on it. But hey.
Sonic pitfalls.
I don't know. It's just it sounds weird at points. I feel like it might just be my download of it, but. I mean, my totally legal acquisition of it.
Hey, man, they left us with no choice, or he left us with no choice.
I mean, gotta do what you gotta do sometimes out here.
Yeah, but
Needle in the Lens doesn't endorse piracy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, don't do that, kids. Anyway, back to the
back on track. Yes. But yeah, the reason kind of, and we've been super off track with it. The reason why I want to talk about this is just because how much of a cultural moment it's been, just seeing people online reacting to it. It's a really big deal amongst people. And I mean, it goes to show that like he is by and large, one of the most important music critics out right now.
I mean, he definitely is. I think it's kind of one of those things, like also when like Pitchfork gives a 10, like people are like, oh shit. Like whenever they gave My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy a 10, it was like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I think a perfect score is always going to be a big deal. I think what's cooler to me And like, honestly, I really haven't even seen that many people like on my Twitter talking about it.
Oh no. I mean, he went trending the night the review dropped.
Oh yeah, he was trending. I saw he tweeted about that. I think maybe I just wasn't on Twitter that much, or
yeah,
I don't know what it was, but I think what's really cool to me is just that like spelling now she is about to like, this is just giving her so much more exposure. Like she literally, I think she has like 69,000 monthly listeners.
Yeah,
on Spotify.
It was a super low number last I checked. I haven't even checked this morning, but we're like, oh wait,
I think it's still about the same.
Never mind.
It usually takes a while for
I mean, we can see in like the next couple days how much she could get put on, and I think that's the big thing though, is that like
that's really cool
when Fantano reviews people, you know, positively. I think it does have a very positive effect on their, especially if they're like a less well-known artist, it has a positive effect on their relevancy. I think half of the people now wouldn't know that much about, like, let's say 100 Gex or even Brockhampton. I think they were definitely
I was going to say Brockhampton
somewhere there, but I mean, I think he definitely pushed them up.
Can attribute a lot. I'm going to be honest, like a lot of their success, I think they were bound to blow up regardless.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I remember because I was like, you know, a pretty big fan of them from the jump. So I remember when that review dropped and kind of seeing them go, because I mean, Saturation was a 9. So like they definitely got a lot more exposure there. Like people started checking the project out just because they're like, I've never heard of this group. They just got a fucking 9. Like, who the fuck are they? And then they kind of just, you know, started going from there. So I think there are a lot of artists that can really attribute their success to him. And I think, you know, it's interesting because about what? I mean, we've got, I'm thinking of mainstream artists that he's given 10. We've got Kendrick.
But that one's not necessarily one that he put on.
No, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, most of his 10s have been, you know, smaller artists, like Death Grips at the time.
Yeah, no, definitely at the time they were much smaller. I mean, they're still relatively small now, just because I think a lot of their hype from that era has died down. But like, I mean, they still have a very loyal fan base.
Right. So, I mean, it'll definitely be interesting to see how it goes from here, because I will say this album, I mean, like you said, you don't know, doesn't seem like it's going to be super accessible.
It's about as accessible as the Money Store, if we're being honest.
I would say it's definitely more accessible than the Money Store.
Definitely more. Definitely more.
No, yeah. But I could see definitely, I think this is going to be big for her. Also, this is the first 10 he's given to a woman.
Oh, so yeah. Look at that. We're moving up in the world.
Dope.
Moving up in the world, ladies. Congrats.
So, very, very cool to see. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like we said, it is just one guy's opinion. Yeah. But this one guy does have a lot of influence in music and
the online music community specifically.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's cool. And I'm really happy that I found this album because of it. And
yeah, no, I've never fucking heard of it. If you had,
I literally, it would not have crossed my radar unless maybe somehow it popped up later on in the year. Somebody heard it, but this album is there's barely any listens on this shit. Like,
yeah,
it's just really cool that I got to find it, and I don't know how it'll rank on my year-end list.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to see.
I know you tend to do like a best more than favorites.
Yeah, I'm trying to I mix it a decent bit. I definitely do, because obviously, like, I mean, if you look at last year's, because I'd give you on at number 2, I felt like that was more of a favorite than a best necessarily, but I did like the quality of it. So, I mean, I'm working on mixing it in a bit. I feel like this year I'm going to definitely be more favorite heavy than best heavy, but I'll still try to have some slightly more objective opinions, quote unquote, objective, obviously.
Right. I think I definitely tend to lean more towards favorite and kind of always, well, not always have. I think when I was, like I was saying, when I was younger, I think I did let Fantano get to my head a little too much.
Right.
Like 2017, 2018. Like looking back at some of those lists, I'm like, why the fuck did I put that album there? And I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, Kids See Ghosts. Like looking back, Kids See Ghosts, I had that shit way too fucking high.
I don't even remember where it was on mine, if we're being honest.
I had it way too high. And I did listen to that song. I mean, not that song, that album quite a bit. And I still do from time to time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. It's definitely really good.
But no, yeah, I think favorites definitely for me. Like, so it'll really depend a lot on how much I choose to go back to this album. I definitely want to listen to it again, and then we'll see. And I do want to try to cop that vinyl. At some point, I don't know if I want to really spend money like that right now.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying?
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't even know when it's a drop. And there are just a bunch of other potential releases I feel like coming up. Yeah.
Like, obviously Vince dropping this week, Isaiah's about to drop. Like, I'm just like, yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
But yeah, really cool album. Really cool. It is always a fun moment to see you know, Fantano drop a 10.
Exactly.
It's always cool. And
it's fun seeing people react to it. I mean, it feels like a very shared moment. And I think, especially in the artist case, like especially for Spelling here, like I feel like her being a part of this shared moment, I feel like that feels really good, you know?
Yeah. And I think like obviously there are like some people that are being like at the end of the day, like you said, this is still just a guy with an opinion. Yeah. It's cool, it's fun and all, but like don't go too fucking crazy with this shit. Like
don't diss her, obviously. Diss Fantano all you want. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. But like
he's got that skin.
For better or for worse, it is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
In certain circles of the internet. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Go check out the album. I'm gonna check out her older stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna go to the back catalog.
Yeah, so it's a cool moment.
Definitely.
That's really all I have to say about that.
Let's get into Loki. What's the term? Penultimate? The one before the finale? Episode. There you go. See, I'm learning vocab words, guys. I'm taking the SATs and shit. Not really.
Love to see it.
But yeah, the penultimate episode. As always, spoilers. You guys already know what's up. All right, we're going to get into it. So you can skip ahead to the outro if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, they don't have any timestamps. So you should get them from YouTube and then skip ahead to that. Just saying. Or just like, I don't know how. I actually haven't listened to that many podcasts on Spotify. They have like a 15-second.
Yeah, they have a 15-second.
Fast forward, right? Just press that a bunch. And then if it still sounds like we're talking about Loki, then keep going.
It's honestly very effective.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can skip through ad reads. We don't have ad reads though.
You can skip through ads.
If anyone wants to sponsor us, just kidding, not gonna sound desperate. Anyway, all right, we haven't talked at all about this episode prior to this.
We have not.
We haven't had a ton of time to talk because we've been getting this podcast ready. So I want to know, how'd you feel about this episode?
I like this episode.
Okay.
I liked it. You know, for me, I think, for me personally, it seems like a lot of these Marvel shows are kind of having, like, I mean, we said this before, they have the same thing where, like, for me, I think they pick up the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Which we saw with the previous two shows. I mean, at least for me, I enjoyed WandaVision from the beginning. I'm just saying, I think from like the majority of people felt that WandaVision had a weak start.
Yeah, I think looking back now, I think WandaVision definitely was pretty solid through and through, but much, much better picked up in the second half.
Yeah. And so with this, like, obviously I loved last week's episode.
Yeah.
And I really liked this week's episode too. I thought it was really fun. and I like the addition of all the Lokis. And I think like how you were talking about last week, like kind of shaping in my head how I look at the narrative, kind of breaking it up. Honestly, I feel like maybe I'm starting to look at it as more of a half and a half rather than thirds.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I like this. I am interested to see where this goes, and for once, I can say I think going into the finale, for once with these Marvel shows, going into the finale, I'm not worried about how are we going to tie this up. I'm like, I think they have set themselves up in a really good place to be able to tie up all these strings really well. Whereas with WandaVision, I was like, there's so much going on. Same with Falcon Winter Soldier. I was just like, I don't know how y'all are planning on wrapping this up nicely in one more episode. But this one, I'm like, they have set themselves up very nicely to kind of go and finally see who it is that's really running all this shit. So yeah. But what did you think?
I fucking love this episode. I don't know, man.
Yes.
Something about it. It got me. It got to me. Yeah. And like, I will say one thing.
Alligator Loki, man. Alligator Loki.
Dude, it's definitely Alligator Loki. No, but I will say I did like the little Throg Easter egg. That was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't know. Something about it just got to me. Like I was really moved by it. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Just watching everything happen. Like I felt the most emotionally invested in the series that I have up until this point.
I think I would agree.
I mean, obviously there was the flirting scene, which was low cringe. I mean, we talked about this in my Discord, which actually, guys, there's going to be a bit of a back around ways to do this, but if you're watching on Twitch, join my Discord right now. Okay. Next Wednesday or Tuesday at 2 a.m. I am going to stream it in Discord so we can watch together, whatever. I guess that's 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern. But if you're on YouTube, my Twitch should be linked in the bottom. Twitch.tv/FlipTV Live. Yeah, we do these every Wednesday. You already know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a link to my Discord in the panels. You can do that. And then, yeah, boom. We can all be ready for next Wednesday's episode. It's going to be fun. But yeah. And I did get to, I started trying to do that. So I got to watch it with a couple people in my Discord that night. So, I mean, that was definitely part of the fun aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I was just like, I was really invested. And I mean, shit, I think the way that the story flowed in this one did work really well.
Yeah.
And God, it's just, and I agree with you that like we are ready for the finale at the end of this episode. I'm kind of glad thinking about it now. I was a little upset that we didn't get a mid credit or end credit scene. I sat through it waiting, but yeah, I was waiting for that. But looking at it now, I'm glad we didn't get anything because anything would have just propelled the show further, and then we'd be getting ahead. You know,
right?
I think it's a perfect point to end on for this episode.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with you talking about like it being the most emotional. I think definitely like I don't know, like whenever Loki was like hugging Mobius, I was like, damn,
God, that got me so good.
Yeah, I was like, damn,
that got me honestly probably more than when Mobius died, just because died. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we kind of knew that nothing was going to happen.
He was going to come back.
He had to.
Right. But yeah, this one was definitely, and you could see Loki like starting to tear up, but I was like, damn.
And he still had to crack the joke. You're my favorite.
I know, that was
good.
So good. Owen Wilson, if he needs to be in every season of Loki for me. I don't know how the second season is going to work, but if Owen Wilson isn't in it, I don't want it.
Exactly. He's got to be there.
But no,
and then the scene between Renslayer and B-15. Come on, dude. That was so good.
It was.
Like,
it was great.
And just like, honestly, like I've been saying this, it's B-20 was the other one, right? If I remember correctly.
I believe so.
I'm slightly in on this. I might be a little wrong, but I'm going to double check my facts. But for now, yes, B-15 was the one who saved Sylvie and Loki. Mm-hmm. But just her arc was so good. It was so good. It's so amazing. And like, you know, she goes from the most annoying jackass in the beginning to being the hero and the savior, and then she's like fucking grinding down Renslayer's thought process, and it's just, so good.
She's the one that fucking hit Loki right at the beginning. She was like, boom. Yep. We're like, oh shit. And now here she is on the back half, just complete 180. So
exactly. And it's, I mean, hey, good on her. And I mean, I hope everything works out for her. I really hope they don't fucking kill her off. I'd be so upset.
No, that'd be kind of sad.
But I will say I was surprised that that Renslayer, I mean, not that I guess I'm surprised that she doesn't know what's going on. I am a little surprised because I would have thought she would have known a little bit more, and obviously like she led on that she didn't know anything, obviously, to kind of make Sylvie vulnerable so that way she could just fuck her up. Which at the end of the day, like if she would have gotten fucked up, then I mean she would have just gone to the void anyway. So
yeah, I wouldn't have.
The only thing is she wouldn't have the tempad to let Mobius out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that was definitely a good scene. And when Miss Minutes is still scrolling through, I'm like, oh fuck, something's up.
Oh yeah, whenever she was scrolling, I was like, ah shit. Also, fun fact, I don't know if you knew this. I found this out, like, I think after the first episode. I forgot to say something about it. That was actually the voice of Tara Strong.
Yeah.
Who, so great. Voice of Ben 10. Obviously, there's more popular stuff that she's done, but it's Ben 10 for me.
Like who? Like what? Ben 10, most important, period.
Ben 10 is most important. Like, I could give a fuck about Timmy Turner. I could give a fuck about Raven. Like,
not even Bubbles, bro?
Not even Bubbles. I do love Bubbles, though. I do love Bubbles a lot.
I'm surprised that on her IMDb page that I have up right here, she's known for which is like, I don't know how they calculate it, but it's Batman the Killing Joke. That's what she's most well known for, surprisingly enough.
Oh, really?
Well, I doubt most well known
Harley?
for, but that's what Barbara Gordon and Batgirl.
Oh, Barbara Gordon and Batgirl. Yeah. Interesting. Huh.
Interesting that's the one that they put on top. But you know, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, no, I mean that was really cool. Definitely.
Once that started happening, I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah, she needs to get used more, or she needed to, and she definitely got more used a bit towards the end. But like, I mean, hey, dude, if she was just a throwaway for the first, like, just the propaganda video, honestly, that's a Marvel flex.
Yeah.
They could get someone really as big a deal as fucking Tara Strong. It's like, yeah, fuck it. She's in one scene.
She's just here.
That's almost like, fuck, who is it that was in Deadpool? Who was the invisible one?
Oh, fuck, who was it? Oh my God. It was, no, I know this. I legit cannot remember who it was. It was Brad Pitt. Yes.
That was a flex. That was a hard flex right there. Obviously. He was in there for like a shot and a half. That's it. But
so good.
I mean, hey, it is what it is with that. But where were we on that?
Tara Strong. I think we were just talking about the episode still overall, but
yeah.
No, yeah, I really liked it. I thought all the Lokis were really cool.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I loved that scene where like you just see every Loki start to turn on each other. It's like,
yeah. Well, come on. What did you expect?
Loki. Yeah. That was
President Loki, and then all of them turn on President Loki, and then it's just a whole fucking mess.
Yeah, that was really great, and I loved Richard E. Grant as classic Loki.
Oh God, that was
so good. Although I'm like, y'all, like, classic Loki dies, and then like 10 seconds later, they get the fucking what's his name, Aelith 8, something like that.
Yeah.
They're like able to like Eliath. Yeah. Then that's like not an issue anymore. I'm like, y'all couldn't have done that shit a little faster so the fucking classic Loki didn't have to die.
I don't know, man. He needed. I mean, that was his arc, though. Yeah,
it was his arc. It was his arc. I was just like, I could already tell like he was gonna die. And then like a couple seconds after, they were gonna fix it, and it was gonna be fine. So I was just like,
I mean, hey, he distracted it long enough. But yeah, I guess you could say that they definitely could have figured it out maybe a good 30 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had to die, unfortunately.
Yeah, he did. But I really loved the episode. I am still like, I don't know. I was still really on the fence about whether they would introduce Kang in this.
It's looking a lot less like now.
But, yeah, I just still always, my thing is just like, these shows do not seem like they are trying to be the shows to like introduce like at least like any new big characters,
I guess,
or like big bads, or like have really like, you know, MCU like big what's the word I'm looking for, consequences, or like, yeah, any big threats or impacts. That's the word I'm looking for. They don't seem like type of shows that are trying to have big impacts on the MCU as a whole.
Right.
They've kind of been more self-contained stories, like literally Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like you can watch Endgame and then pick up with Captain America 4, and there's, I mean, obviously I haven't seen Captain America 4, but there's really nothing in Falcon and Winter Soldier that happens.
I mean, aside from the suit.
Aside from the suit, yeah, but you could just assume, like, I mean, he got the shield at the end of Endgame, so you just assume he's gonna have a suit in the next fucking.
I still think it's an important story leading up into Captain America 4, though.
I disagree, honestly.
I don't know. They set up what's Isaiah Bradley's
I guess that was a little.
He's gonna be in the Young Avengers. They're hella setting up the Young Avengers, by the way.
Yeah, that is true. They are setting that up. I just feel like it wasn't anything like so big that needed its own TV show necessarily. Like,
I guess so. That one
they could have like easily.
Yeah, thus far it feels like the most useless one.
Yeah, and at least like WandaVision, you've got like, and people go watch the movie, they're gonna be like, where the fuck did this white vision come from? Like, there's at least that aspect of things.
Mayo vision.
Yeah. So
who knows?
But yeah, this one seems like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens in this next episode.
I still feel like this one has the most consequences to the MCU going forward. Like it has to.
It could, but here's the thing. If, say at the end of this, the TVA is disbanded, what happens?
The multiverse
like, how does that
opens
impact?
Up.
How does it? The
multiverse opens up. Leads us straight into Doctor Strange.
We'll see.
We
will see.
I definitely think that Kang won't be the big bad of this series. I think he could get teased in a post-credit scene at the end of the series, though. I think like the TVA gets disbanded, like whoever is in charge, like I think it was like He Who Remains is the one that a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah.
So I mean that could be it. And then the TVA gets disbanded, and then cool, whatever. Kang comes in and he's like, okay, I'm gonna take control of the multiverse. I don't know how Jonathan Majors sounds.
It does not sound like that at all.
Wait, what? You got a better one? You got a better impression?
No.
There you go.
Me, I don't do impressions on the pod. This has been
every time you've asked
me to do an impression on the pod, I never do it.
You gotta start doing it, man. But you get what I'm saying, though.
No, yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. I think I honestly don't have any theories. I don't have any theories with this one. I'm just along for the ride, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, and I'm just excited for the finale. And then it seems like we're gonna have, this is the longest wait we're gonna have for
an MCU show.
an MCU show since they started. I don't know when Miss Marvel's coming out, but I don't think it's anytime soon. I guess they're just like, y'all have Black Widow.
Yeah.
Which I am actually going to go see tomorrow.
Hey, same here. What's up?
Yeah. So, yeah, excited about that.
We can talk about that next week.
Oh, we can talk about that next week.
Yeah.
So, that'll
actually,
be
if you're watching
exciting.
this after the fact, it's already out. Go watch it.
Hey, go watch Black Widow.
And make us look stupid for not knowing what the fuck happens in that movie at this point right now. We'll know in
we will.
12 hours. Not 12 hours. I guess.
Yeah, I was like that.
It's like 24 hours. We'll know 24 hours that's, from now.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And
yeah. I think Loki's still like definitely solidified after the last 2 episodes, solidified as my favorite MCU show thus far.
Interesting.
You're still
wait for the finale, because I still really like WandaVision, man. For all the problems
I do too, but
I think that show has, I enjoyed watching that show so much.
I've just been so hyped about Loki though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I think also, man, I would have really been interested to see how it would have changed if I didn't binge watch WandaVision. Yeah, if you watched it weekly with everybody else, because I think that really had a big impact on how much I enjoyed the show.
I think it did. It would have, but I think that having binged it, I watched it a lot more critically. And the fact that I still loved it was, hey.
Yeah. So I think right now for me, I still want to wait and see the whole show.
Yeah.
But Loki easily clearing Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Like, I mean, yeah.
It's Falcon and Winter Soldier is a distant third.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Here comes Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, geez. We'll see how that
we'll definitely
how that one shapes up.
But hey. More Young Avengers setups.
Yeah, definitely that.
But yeah, that's about all we have to say, and that brings us into what our favorite stuff we have seen or listened to this past week. Noah, why don't you go ahead and start?
Pretty light week for me, honestly.
Yeah.
On watching and listening front. I mean, obviously I didn't, like this whole weekend I didn't really listen to anything or watch anything new. I was doing stuff. But as far as listen goes, probably a few singles. I can't really think of any projects that I was completely wowed by. I did actually catch that new Backlash project, which, I mean, I was like, this is probably good. I can't say it's entirely for me though.
What kind of music is that? I haven't been acquainted with that.
I mean, it's got a little bit of rap, but I would say it's very, very rock influenced.
Okay, so it might be up in my alley then.
Yeah, I saw it because Fantano gave it. It was a yellow flannel one, so I was like, let me check this out. But
again, music curator, folks.
I mean, there he is. Some stuff that I like, not a whole lot, but the new Brent Faiyaz track with Drake, I enjoyed a bit. I don't think Brent Faiyaz really has to do anything to impress me these days. And I have seen a lot of people saying like, this song is kind of like the beat could have been a little more interesting, which like I can definitely see that, especially being produced by the Neptunes. I think there's like a certain level of production you're expecting there, but very minimal production. But I think Brent just like sounds so good on it. And even the Drake verse I thought was pretty enjoyable. There were some bars I was like,
as always with Drake.
There was one about him saying, I can't remember exactly how he said it, but basically that he like he flushes his condoms down the toilet so that he doesn't have to worry about like whoever he slept with going in trash behind him to like impregnate themselves.
Hey, here's a bright idea. Don't flush a condom down the toilet.
Yeah.
You'll clog
I was like,
the toilet.
that's not smart.
Just go throw it in the dumpster.
I know. I was like, geez, this really is.
Or put it in your pocket.
This man's really worried about his seed, but
And dude, we don't want another Pusha T diss track over here.
I guess not. He's trying to make sure that shit doesn't happen again. But yeah, I also caught out this. I checked out this new Tia Corine project. Well, it's not new. It was like I was catching up on it.
Right.
And I actually think it was a deluxe. But it had like more songs on it than the actual project did. But I thought that was pretty enjoyable. There's some cool tracks on there. Also the new Division, Ty Dolla $ign and Mac Miller.
Oh yeah.
Come on. That shit was so good. So good. And Division is like, yeah,
he's definitely a hit or miss guy. But
man, I thought that all of them killed it on this track.
I still need to hear that one, or if I did, I don't remember it, which
it's good.
Like I definitely need to go back on that one.
It's really, really good. I mean, just like hearing Mac in any capacity now, it's just like, it feels good. And then of course, got a shout out. Just came out yesterday. That new Vince Staples track.
Yeah.
Good. It's fucking good. And it's really cool to see. Especially after Vince was kind of trying to do his more melodic thing with some of the singles before when he was doing the Vince Staples show. And seeing now this track doing a more melodic, taking a more melodic approach to it. It is a lot better.
Okay. That's good enough.
And yeah, I really like this one. Kenny killed it on the production. Yeah, just really great track. I'm excited for the album tomorrow.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's coming out, huh?
Short as fuck, which I'm kind of mad about. And like a lot of Vince's projects post summertime have been just super fucking short.
Oh yeah. Summertime was insanely fucking long, and then
summertime is really long. I mean, Big Fish Theory is pretty short. I think it's like around 30 minutes.
Yeah.
FM is like 20 minutes. This new project is 20 minutes. So I'm like, man, and he's dropping another project at the end of the year. I'm just like, dude, please make this one longer.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, but
40 like tracks, 12 hours. I'm just kidding.
Give it to me. I'll take it. But yeah, no, loved that. And as far as watch, didn't really get around to a whole lot.
That trip, man.
I know, yeah, that trip. But I did watch. Oh, also just, I mean, of course, saw the new Spelling. That was really dope.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I watched an episode of Jesus and Mero, which I mean, I always watch, like usually every week. New episode of Dave, actually, and I was pretty critical of it before. And I mean, I still like all those criticisms are valid. But I do think this episode was probably one of the most recent one was one of the best ones. Had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in it.
Oh wow!
And,
look at that.
Yeah, I thought it was honestly like really well written. I think like this approach to satire went over a lot better than some of the stuff earlier this season did. I will say I think this season has been like a little more serious than I was expecting it to be, and like almost like trying to like anxiety inducing to a level.
Oh wow.
Which has been kind of interesting and unexpected. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by that episode. And then I watched the first episode of I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson, which
okay, I'll head up.
Yeah, bye man.
Funny.
Yeah, which is basically just like a sketch show. And the second season came out, and I'd heard really positive things about the first season. And second season came out, and I was like, oh, you know what? Let me start this. And the episodes are really short, so watched the first episode. And I thought it was fairly funny. Steven Yeun was in this first episode, which was cool.
Oh wow, nice.
So you know,
always good to see him and stuff.
Always love to see good old Steven.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's really it for me this week. What about you?
I also didn't get the chance to listen to a lot of stuff. I mean, yeah, that Brent Faiyaz and Drake track was pretty nice.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah, no, I liked it. It was nice.
Oh shit.
I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember it being nice. I'm gonna go back to it though. But let's see. Oh, the Nas, Freddie, and Cordae track was pretty cool.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
That was pretty cool.
Pretty good. That was good. That was a good song.
G Herbo album. That was honestly like kind of surprising. Like it wasn't fantastic, obviously, but I mean, I got a decent bit of enjoyment out of it. Definitely, I felt like I enjoyed more than his last project, but you know, I might need to go back and see. But I mean, hey, always good saying. And then obviously the spelling. Loki episode I watched, and I actually caught No Sudden Move last night.
Ah, shit! You watched it?
Yeah, it's out on HBO Max. Just letting you all know that, but it's really good. It's
damn.
I was really hoping you would have watched it so we could talk about it a little bit. But
I know I wanted to. I just was so busy this week.
No, I get you. I shouldn't spoil it for the pod anyway. Definitely recommend y'all check that out. Don Cheadle, Benicio del Toro, like stacked ass cast. So good. I mean, like double cross at every corner. There's lots of twists and turns. A lot of surprising shit. It's so good.
Excited. And you know what's wild? It's so funny because we were talking about it last week and we didn't even realize that it was coming out the day after.
No, you know what's funny?
Like the next day.
You know what's funny about that? I was originally I'd planned last night to watch. It was another trailer that we'd watched during the after show. That Korean movie, The Eighth Night.
Yeah.
I wanted to catch that because that came out Friday, and I've been trying to like plan around watching it with my mom because she likes Korean movies and I want to scare the shit out of her. But I've been trying to plan around that. I just haven't gotten around to it. So I was gonna watch it last night, but then I was on TikTok and I saw that No Sudden Move came out, and I was like, "Yo, fuck that! I'm watching this instead." So sorry, all of Korea. I will watch. I will watch The Eighth Night soon, though. I am wholeheartedly planning on it. But yeah, No Sudden Moves. Really, really good. Nice. Very, very much enjoyed it.
I also wanted to say I actually almost did go to the movies yesterday, but just wanted to remind you, Zola is in theaters still.
Yes, I need to still go watch Zola.
Check that out.
Double feature tomorrow. Honestly, I might.
I know. I'm thinking about going. I think I'm going to do a Tuesday. They have like Cinemark, discount Tuesdays.
Oh yeah. So
I might do that on next Tuesday, but.
Maybe I'll end up going on Tuesday as well. Who knows?
Definitely
I'm just like, because I'm definitely going to go watch Black Widow tomorrow. So, I mean, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Shit, if I edit this podcast quickly, I could do a double feature tomorrow.
You could. I also forgot to mention, I saw someone famous while I was in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we went to this kind of nicer restaurant and we sat down. My friend was like, "Oh my God. The person behind you, he's on a Netflix show. Like he's on a Netflix show."
Which and I was like, Netflix show?
What? Like what show is it? Yeah. And it turns out, I don't know. Have you heard of the show Special on Netflix? It was the main character of that show.
Ryan O'Connell?
Ryan O'Connell was sitting right there, right behind us. I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. I almost wanted to go up and say something because I mean, I saw the first episode or the first season. I haven't seen the second season yet.
Yeah.
But I almost wanted to go up and be like, "Yeah, I love the show, man." But he was like with his friends, it was.
Yeah, no. That's the thing with celebrities is it's hard. You really don't want to disturb them.
Yeah.
Unless they're in like a meet and greet setting.
Right.
I think just like a quick chat is dope. I mean, obviously depending on the person, because like some of them are very like, "Oh yeah, what's up, man?" But some of them are like, "Leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to enjoy my dinner."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it just really depends from person to person. But I think like a little quip, like a little just quick thing.
I know. I was like, I wanted to, but I also get nervous, a little bit.
I'm trying to remember who I've had a hard time. I feel like I had the opportunity to say something to someone and I don't remember who, but maybe it'll come to me on next week's episode. Thank you for tuning in, folks. This has been the Weekly Needle in the Lens podcast. As I mentioned earlier, we do film this podcast live on Twitch every Wednesday evening. I'm not going to do the times this time. You should already know by now. All right. But if you're on Spotify, YouTube, you can watch the video. You can see our faces. If you're on YouTube, you got to go on the go. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, all those places. Links in the description below. Hope you all tune in next week. We are going to go over the Loki finale next week, so it's going to be an exciting episode. Definitely would not miss it. All right? Don't miss that shit. This is going to be an exciting one. All right? We're going to have a lot to talk about regarding the finale and hopefully some other stuff. I mean, don't want it to be a too Loki-filled episode, but it might be. Might have some Loki variants on the podcast or something. Who knows? Wow. It's been Kevin and Noah.
We're out.
Peace out.